Thanks, guys. Hello and welcome, app lovers, kids game strugglers, and those random people I don't know yet. Welcome, my name is Tanka. I'm in charge of marketing at Bini Games for 2 years now, and I know a thing or two about how challenging this niche is, and I'm gonna tell you about that. So who am I and who are we? Bini Games has been making kids apps for 10 years now. We've got two brands, Bini Bambini and Wow Kids on the market. We have 2 dozen apps. We have 18 million of monthly active users and a nice team of experts in kids education and entertainment. So let's imagine that you're a young enthusiast full of ideas of how to change the world of kids education, and God help you with that. So, and you're ready to join the battle. The first rival you will meet on your honorable way would be child data privacy. I would like to put another word here, but my lawyer forbids me to do that. So, there is no exhaustive list of what is considered privacy and personal data. But you may be 100% sure that it's not only the name or advertisement ID, but an IP address, a device ID, even game progress data can be treated as such. But if you think that defining what data you collect and whether this data is personal or not, it's not your biggest problem. Because on this way, you'll meet other uncertainties. The first one would be the number of laws. Each country has its own, it's not a surprise, but like the two titans are GDPR for European Union and COPPA for USA. I think you've heard of them. But there's a bunch of other laws around the world, and you will need to comply if you want to get a penny from the countries. The tricky thing is that some countries can have 2 different laws for one territory. For example, within Europe, there are GDPR and e-privacy directive, which means two authority bodies and 2 different penalties if you fail to comply. And it's quite expensive, believe me. So the second would be who are the children. There are 2 types of kids, and you will have to treat them differently. First are those who can be on their own. And the second are those who need parents to make decisions for them. The third would be the age of digital consent. Okay, not surprise, each country has its own age, but within European Union, for example, GDPR sets the age of digital consent at 16, but separate member states may go as low as 13, so you need to deal with that too. The third horseman of the apocalypse is the number of legal bases. Usually people tend to think that parental consent is the right basis to gather data, but you're wrong again. Don't do that. There are a lot more bases like legal interest, public interest, contract interest, and so on. And if you choose mistakenly, you're in trouble. So therefore, you would need to spend some money and time before your app release. You will need to find out what are the legal requirements for your audience. Then you will need to implement the age check, well known as parental gate on iOS. You will need to add some notifications regarding your consent request or regarding your privacy policy, which will narrow your funnel because users hate them. And you will need to research because you may only choose the SDK that are certified for kids. Same applies to advertisement platforms, traffic service providers, and so on. Okay, let's imagine you've done all of that, and then you realize that you can track nothing. That's not a funny lection, believe me. It's very, very sad. So, just so you know, Kids apps developers were unable to track IDFA long before scan era. App Store forbids to gather or to transfer kids' personal data. Does this mean that we couldn't do user acquisition? Yes, it does. We couldn't do that. So Same regarding the third-party analytics. You should not use each and every third-party analytics, and you should turn off built-in features like Unity Analytics because otherwise you'll get rejected on App Store. You may find some analytics that are certified for kids, but you will need to spend some money and time on them. They're not the best way. MMP, Mobile Measurement Partners. Anyone knows what it is? Okay, just one person here. Okay, bear with me. You can use Mobile Measurement Partners SDK, but only on strict mode. And not every SDK has it. AppsFlyer has it. It's not an advertisement, just believe me. Regarding tools for subscriptions, push notifications, and any third-party tools, no, sir. No, 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 absolutely not. It's forbidden. What about Google Play, you may ask? Pretty much the same, no third-party, strict mode on MMP SDK, and no guide since 2022. No guide for us. Okay, you're tough enough. You'll get through that. What's next? Audience. They don't trust you. Why? Because on kids markets, you've got two common things that you can offer. It's education or entertainment. And there's a high chance that you will fail with both. And I'll tell you why, of course. You have to deal with two audiences at once. First, kids who don't want to study. Second, parents who don't want to spend time and money for useless entertainment. So nobody wants your product in the end. So you need to trick kids into using your app, which is quite easy to do. And then you will need to assure parents that they are buying a really useful application and they are doing a good parent thing. Because parents will never admit that they need to distract kids and to make some time for themselves. But that is exactly the thing that they buy. So time for themselves. So you have to show them that your app is safe, first and foremost. It's useful, it's cute, because otherwise kids won't use it. And it's trustworthy, meaning it has a lot of certificates. It is made by teachers, and so on and so on. Again, let's imagine that you're, wow, super cool, you've done that. Monetization, the favorite part. In-app purchases, like traditional in-app purchases, is not the most common thing on the market. And I'll ask you to guess why. Just, I don't know, just don't fall asleep. Think about that. The subscription is the key to monetize on that market. And all the tips and tricks that you've learned from grown-up audience and grown-up categories will do you some good. Yeah, this works. But be careful, because it's possible that you are communicating the advantages of your app to a kid that can't read yet because he's 3 years old, obviously. So apply parental gate and make sure that it's parent behind the screen. Well, about Google Play, of course. It's a huge challenge to sell subscriptions on Google Play. Don't ask why, we don't know. The best of the best on our market have their ARPU 10 times lower than on App Store. So should one even bother to publish on Google Play, you may ask? Of course, because the absence of parental gate makes it possible to monetize through ads. Good news, everyone. No. I'm sorry, but we will have no good news today. There are only few networks that are allowed on Google Play. And as you can see, Facebook is not among them, which means forget about high CPMs. Google Play implemented its family ads program. Here are the participants, and most of them don't have competitive CPMs for kids games, or they can't fill all the placements like banners. And as you can see, there's no Uplovin in this list because Uplovin recently banned kids apps. And if the rumors about possible unholy alliance between Uplovin and Unity are true, then we're doomed because we will use another network. And my favorite, the cherry on the top of the devastation. You cannot use rewarded ads. you have to make them skippable after 5 seconds, which means, again, low CPM. App Store, you see parental gate. Parental gate is a huge trouble because you have to apply it while you plan to do anything grown up. You want to buy in-app purchases, in-apps, or you want to click on advertisement, or you want to leave app in any other way, including cross-promotion. So ad monetization is not the way to monetize on App Store. And if you don't understand why, please ask me why. Okay, been there, done that, you don't care. Where are your users? Obvious thing, you have to do App Store optimization. It's the key to success. It's very important. You have to do it very carefully. You have to check on trends and stores and the competitors, because it's way more effective and important than in grown-up categories. Cross-promotion is a great tool, but you obviously must have some older apps to do cross-promotion. It's also quite hard to evaluate its effectiveness, and you should build your own tool, because third parties are what? Not allowed. So why user acquisition is not the most important thing on App Store? Again, my favorite thing, because you can track nothing. And, okay, people call that probabilistic attribution, but I will be honest with you, and I will call that fingerprinting, and fingerprinting is forbidden on App Store. So you may use a scan attribution on Facebook or Google Ads, up to you, but you will have to face with a black box user acquisition and with very uncertain effectiveness. Well, it's way better on Google Play, because on Google Play, there's a way to connect Google Store data directly to Google Ads, thus to train algorithm properly. Okay, to featuring. To get featured on Google Play, you have to get a teacher badge, teacher-approved badge, and then you'll have to struggle a lot with your great presentation about how glorious and awesome your feature are. To get featured on App Store, you'll have to perform some kind of bargain offering, and if it doesn't work, you have to be at least among top 20 kids games companies to get featured. There is some organic life on App Store, but there's a rule: no name, no game. You have to buy some intellectual property, some famous kids brand. Otherwise, you're lost. It's a really sad story, sorry. So let's take a look at the competitors. By the way, I've got the permission by Magic, so don't worry. We have two categories there: learning for kids and games for kids. Let's talk about games. Here we have, what we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 well-known brands. This one is also Disney. So if you don't have brand, you don't have traffic. We have an offline school which sells its app. So again, it's famous offline. It can sell the app. And we have a very popular game, but it's popular in Japan. Very narrow market. A little different picture here on Google Play. But again, Disney, offline school, another offline school, Barbie, what can I say? Another category is learning for kids. Here we have 2 offline schools. We have multi-brand, this Chinese guy, multi-brand, and of course it's for Chinese people, not for the whole world. We have the very great application. It's a very sophisticated application for fighting speech delay. It only works for English speaking. It's mostly popular in USA, and it's really sophisticated. So you will have to put a lot of effort to beat that kind of application. So the numbers on Google Play are pitiful, really, because we are entering a kingdom of cheap ad monetization here. So as you've seen, there is some money on the market, but money isn't the case when it comes to kids apps. You may succeed, but you will pay with blood and tears for success. And in the end, who knows, maybe you'll be able to make a app that will make children happy. And at Bini Games, we believe that happiness is effectiveness. So if you're thinking of making apps for kids, here are my words of advice. Don't do that. But if you can't be swayed, okay, let's be friends and get on the challenge of making the good app together. Thank you, and please communicate. I hope you've got questions, because I've got a lot of answers. Any? You promised me that you will have some questions. What? Because MMA is like martial arts, so I was like, okay, I can show you, but not here. Ops Flyer, because it has strict mode. We don't use Adjust because Adjust is a part of Uplovin, and Uplovin recently banned kids apps, so sorry. Any other questions? Come on, guys. No? Okay. I'm really glad to see you all. Thank you. And don't worry, it's okay. Yeah, that's my favorite question. I don't know the answer. I know, guys, why are we doing this thing? Yeah, the commitment, yes. We are enthusiasts. We are, yes, yes. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. I wake every morning and I'm like, why? And I'm like, oh, kids are so good. I have to do that. Unfortunately. Yeah, we know them. Yeah, they're quite big. Yeah, there are amount of those guys that can do that. But it's not a common thing. You see, nobody asked, but I will tell you. Because we have time. We have a lot of time. So why it's not the common thing? Because you have to communicate this purchase to parent. And parent is not always there. So when a kid is playing the game, the kid would like to buy something, but the kid can't do that because there is a parental gate there. So the kid have to find the parent and ask them to buy the thing. And the thing that we are selling, is, when I say we, it's like everyone on the market. We are selling free time for parents. So parents don't want to see the kid who's asking about money. So it's a lot easier to sell a subscription for 1 year, for example. And for 1 year, the kid won't come and won't ask to buy some stuff. That's how it works. So if the kid is a little bit grown up, let's say 7 or 8 years old, the kid may have their own credit card, and the kid may decide what kind of things they want to to buy, sorry. But for like kids games, real kids games, educational games, the kids are very small and they don't decide, they don't have the opportunity. That's why. We don't use that expression. I can recommend one. Yeah, I could see you. I can see you there. I can definitely understand. So the thing is that, okay, what kind of language, what language would you like your kid to learn? That's why. Most of those, like, regarding learning Russian, all of them are crap. You're 100% right. There are good apps on market that can teach your kid English, for example, or Pinyin, like the lowest level of Chinese, or any other world popular language. But regarding Ukrainian language, for example, or Slovak, or any other European language that is the like native language for one country, you won't find that applications. That's a huge struggle, really, to build that application because it's very expensive. To build crap, yeah, it's not expensive at all. So I can definitely understand what are you going through. But yeah, but when I say that parents buy time, I mean that the parents have to be sure, they want to be sure that this application is useful. But, you know, kids, they don't understand the criteria of usefulness. They understand the criteria of fun. If it's fun, they won't be distracted, they will play and they will be happy. And the happiness of the kids is the most important value for their parents. So in the end, when you find an application, you will check it very carefully because you don't want to show some crap to your kid. When you see the kid is laughing, and we make a lot of inside tests, like dozens, hundreds of tests with kids. And when we hear that kids are laughing, we know that we did a good thing. And you will be happy when your kid will be happy. So regarding lost languages, I don't have good news for you. The news are bad. So yes, I may propose to try one of our applications. They are not so bad, but there will be no Russian language there, I'm afraid. So yeah, I don't know if it's the answer. It's very sad. Why are you so sad? Just don't do kids apps and you'll be happy. Okay, any? Okay. You never tell because you know your kid the best. We don't know what he or she likes. Like, for example, she likes dinosaurs or dolls or letters, or she likes coloring apps. You know that. But what we know is that we have a lot of users that they renew subscriptions after 1 year. And it's not a mistake because we check on them. They keep using our app after 1 year. So, okay, kids are growing very fast. When they're like 3 years old, you buy them a drawing app, for example. Year after that, they continue to draw because they like to draw, because we have a unique feature inside the app. After you finish your drawing come alive and you may play with it, which is great. They keep redrawing, they keep using other new colors, and we keep adding new content. So after a year, your kid is 4 years old and the kid still plays that. And guess what? Then you have another kid and the kid will play that. Yes, we know that because we also made a lot of deep interviews. And we have a lot of reviews on the store, and it's like, my older daughter plays that, my younger daughter plays that, my older daughter is 12 and she still likes the app, and my younger is 3 years old, and they're like sharing the one iPad and they're happy and things like that. So you never know. You need to buy. What I would recommend here, again, one of our applications, you should try, there's like a 7 days trial, no problem. You should try the app that has a lot of different gameplays. Then your kid will choose what kind of gameplays they like. So we have, for example, the app that has a learning alphabet with living letters. like dancing letters. The letters show the meaning of the word. It's very funny and nice and interesting. We have drawing gameplays there. We have counting, we have sorting, we have dancing stuff. Like you may draw something and you may dance with that character. No, not you, your kid. That you, yeah, if you are like, yeah, why not? So, and it's within one app. So you try for a week, you may buy like monthly subscription, for example, and then you'll see after a month if your kid like this or that. So kind of like that. I would recommend doing that. Oh, I like those questions, please. Don't do that. That's my biz dev, so that's why I'm doing like that. Yeah, you're right about the nasty government thing. Yes, we've done that. We tried that. For now, we have several charity things going on. We help kids. We have like free apps for Ukrainian kids. We help kids to get through the war and the war trauma by performing some stuff. And we, of course, we've contacted the like charity funds, governments. Yeah, we think of, we think of making products for the languages that are not worldwide, because we think it's very important to keep like our own culture, for example, Slovak culture and so on. And yeah, we are like on our way, but it's really nasty. So yeah, and kindergartens, it's not that popular thing. To make this thing work, you'll need to find a really like huge organization. You will need to have the access to thousands of children to make it like profitable. And no kindergarten could do that, unfortunately. If you know one, just let me know. Don't tell. Anything else? Oh, it's so fun, like answering questions. No? Okay, thank you very much.